I started trying to contact my mom, who has been gone from this side of the realm since 2010, and this is like 2023. Part 65 of sharing my story on here because it's so much easier than writing another book. I just felt like my mom would have answers for me because she always had answers, or we could at least talk through it. So as I'm in this routine of just like laying on my floor on a blanket, just staring at the ceiling, praying, crying, I am like, Mom, I need you to come through to me. I need you to like tell me that you can hear me because I really want to talk to you. I feel like I'm crazy, but I want to be able to talk to you because it seems really important. And I need your help in some of these decisions, like primarily around the divorce and like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I had just been praying and just like crying out to her, like, show up, show me that you can hear me. And a couple weeks go by and I end up getting a letter in the mail. She had passed away 12 years prior, and I get this letter in the mail and it says, I'm sorry for your loss. She has a 401k, and it was like $300 was what we got. So it wasn't about the money. It was about this letter showing up with my mom's name on it. And for some reason, for these 12, almost 13 years, they had no record of her passing away. And now, in the same time that I'm asking her to show up, because I just want to know that she can hear me, and like we're talking, I get this letter. And I'm like, okay, clear enough. Got it. Check. I see that you're there. Thank you, Mom. And thank you for that $300. That's pretty cool because that'll help pay the car payment. Oh, because I had ended up getting a new car and like life was really getting better. We just had these weird things where it's like, I'm not paying rent. And how does that work? And like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. It just magically does. And we're getting to that. In another one of my meditations and talking to Mom, I was like really trying to decide if I should change my name again. Like, what name am I? How do I identify as me? And again, this is where human design started to come in because I have an undefined G center. And I've always been like, who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And human design answered the question about my undefined G center. It's that some people never really know who they are, that we're more just chameleons. And we can just ebb and flow wherever we are. We absorb the energy of the people around us, and that is us. And then when we're around other people, we're a different person. My personality stays the same. Like, I know who I am. I know my values. But it's like my energy is very shifty depending on who I'm around. And I'm like, okay, so if I don't have really an identity, and I've already gone through 3 legal names, lived under an alias, like I just need something that is mine. I feel like the patriarchy had just taken everything from me. And I'm like, what is for me? And I'm laying on my floor meditating, and I look over and I have a clear box that's a filing cabinet box, like one of the Rubbermaid heavy duty clear ones. And the paper that's right up against the edge of that box that I'm looking at as I'm laying there on the floor is a flyer from one of my mom's speaking engagements. And she went by the stage name Mama Divine. And I was like, that's interesting because of the matriarchal bloodline that I have. Like it's all women and all of us have lost our names, and that it's kind of challenging because it's like there's nothing to really hold on to. You don't have the pride of a name because the systems, the patriarchy has just taken that from us women. And so we don't have this sense of identity. And I'm looking at this flyer for my mom in her cute dress, being all wild and whimsical. And she's Mama Divine. And I'm like, that checks out. I am divine. And I just knew that was our family name. And yet it felt crazy because I'm like, who just like calls himself divine? Like, that's not a thing. That's not normal. Like, how do you do that? And I wrestled with this for a couple months as the divorce paperwork is sitting on my desk. And it was the craziest thing. On our 19th wedding anniversary, I was having one of the Soul Crew meetings and new people were joining and it was really fun. I'm in my third round of people now. New people are joining and this gal who didn't know anything about me, she didn't know my story. She didn't know, she was brand new. She did not know me. She came in on a referral. And in the process of this conversation, she calls me Mama Divine. And I was like, that's it. And that was the day that I had the paperwork sitting there and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my name. And I just wrote my name down. I was like, Jessica Divine. That's what I want to change my name to. But it didn't say that you could change your name. It said that you had to go back to your maiden name on the paperwork. And I was like, well, what happens if I just write in Jessica Divine? Like, what are they like? Worst thing that could happen is they're going to tell me, no, I can't do that. And I was like, let's just see what happens. So I wrote in my new name. And the next day, Reed and I had scheduled to go down to the courthouse and file the paperwork together. So it's a day after our 19th anniversary. We go to the courthouse and we file, and it ends up being to where like I don't even have to pay for it because I'm qualifying for like the Medicaid and all the extra help. Oh, that was the other part. Because I wasn't making money like I did originally, like I had this crash and I was just trusting the universe. We qualified for Medicaid and I got over $100,000 worth of dental work done for the kids. I was able to get them into therapy. We were able to like really handle things. So because I'm not like working my ass off with my business, I'm able to reconnect with my kids in ways that I hadn't been able to like ever. And I'm rebuilding relationships with them. And human design is helping me so much better understand them, but I don't understand human design yet. I'm just kind of playing with it. And everything is starting to like make sense. And I'm learning how to regulate my nervous system in pure faith. Like it not just regulate my nervous system when something goes wrong or when things are difficult or when life is easy. I'm learning how to regulate my system just walking in pure faith. Just like no matter what happens, I'm unbreakable, unshakable. We're going to handle this. It's all going to work out. I go through my waves of emotions, but my nervous system feels so good and so clear. So we go down to the courthouse and we file the paperwork for the divorce. It doesn't cost any money, which is freaking amazing. Reed asked me if I want to go to lunch after like doing the paperwork. And I'm like, no, I really don't. I just want to go home. And by the time I get home, because we had ridden down there together because of parking and shit, he drops me off back at my house. I go back in and I realize that our divorce is already finalized. Our divorce took a whopping total of 24 minutes from filing to divorce, and I got my new name. On top of that, I ended up getting like the money for this program that I had applied for rent. They paid $15,000 worth of rent. Well, it was like $14,500 or something like that. They paid all of my back rent on the same day that I got divorced. And I ended up getting an extra $1,000 from somewhere else. Like I had made a sale or something. I don't quite remember. But it was like I had all this money come in and like everything was taken care of in one day. And I was like, I am never going to stress about shit again in my life because it's absolutely fucking pointless. Everything works out for me all the time. And if I need rest, I will get rest. If I need money, the universe will bring me money. Whatever I need, the universe gives me exactly what I need in order to be able to create, in order to be able to fulfill my life and my joy and whatever I need today. And I trust that everything works out in perfect timing. Oh, that was such a magical day.